Hi everyone, we're going to go ahead and continue our discussion on the MLA style of documenting. And if you didn't catch the first part of this, realize that there is a part one, and this is going to be part two. And we had just talked about the basic setup of the MLA style, and we were talking about works cited page and incorporation of sources. In the last video, I actually talked about the source 10 advantages to taking online courses. Again, this is a sample essay that is just about online learning, right? So it's just one that my students and I created in class. So we're going to go ahead and continue with this. And you can see there are some differences in this. Apparently I didn't open the same one I was looking at before, but the premise is the same. So let's go ahead and continue. We had talked again about 10 advantages to taking online classes. So if we go up here to the body of our paper, we talked about this one, okay, the 10 advantages to taking online classes. And then if we go down to the next section, and keep in mind this is very prescribed, really. It's very organized in that each paragraph deals with one source, and you can absolutely do that. You can also incorporate all kinds of sources in every paragraph. You could have 2 or 3 or 4, as many as you wanted or needed, but to make this neat and tidy, I went ahead and have it this way. So in the second point of this particular essay, what it says is, one of the main reasons many people do not pursue a college degree is because they feel like they cannot fit it into their busy schedules. Between working full-time, being parents, spouses, caregivers to elderly parents, and so on, they just don't see how they can squeeze trips to the local community college into their days. The beauty of online learning, according to Beth Dumbald, is how flexible it is. She claims it is possible to work full-time and to still earn a degree. The best things about online learning are that a student doesn't have to be sleep-deprived or worry about childcare and commuting because the online environment can be accessed in the comfort of the student's own home. I'm going to move myself right there. Dumbald. So notice that we have a signal phrase here where we say, according to Dumbald, the beauty of online learning is how flexible it is. So in that signal phrase, meaning that we name the author in the actual sentence where we summarize briefly what that author has to say, we have given credit. By virtue of saying, according to Beth Dumbald, blah, 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 we're giving credit, okay? Then notice that in the next sentence we have she. She is a pronoun standing in the place of Beth Dumbald. It's totally carrying on with the whole idea of this is what this particular woman's saying about online learning. And so we don't technically have to give more credit because we already are giving credit by virtue of saying she. And then in the next sentence, the best things about online learning are that a student doesn't have to be sleep deprived or worry about childcare and commuting because the online environment can be accessed in the comfort of the student's own home. In that case, I don't name Beth Dumbald in a signal phrase. I don't refer to she because I could say she continues and not have to name her, but I was trying to give you an example of how you would incorporate her name in the actual or in an in-text citation, which is right here. So if you make a reference to what someone else says without setting that up in a signal phrase, such as according to so-and-so, then what you want to do is write whatever it is they have to say, summarize it, quote it, whatever, and at the end of it, you would put an in-text citation. In quotation marks, their last name. So here it is in this gray section. Excuse me, so Dumbald. Inside the end punctuation, it's very important that you remember that it goes inside end punctuation instead of outside. Many times students want to do this kind of thing. They want to put the period there, or they want to put one after home and after Dumbald. Okay, but this is real common right here, to put the period after home and not after Dumbald. And the actual truth is that is incorrect. Okay, so how you want to do it is to actually have it after, right there, like so. Okay. And then the next sentence, which is still something that's being attributed to Dumball, aka why it's green, it's the lettuce inside of our two pieces of bread. The benefits of online learning can't be beat when it comes to earning your college degree. Notice how it's got direct quotes around it. And then we finish it off by saying Dumball says, which is actually a signal phrase, implying this is a quote that's coming from Dumball, so therefore it can be attributed to her. So you can see there's a multitude of different ways to incorporate this source from Dumball, either with a direct signal phrase according to, or just saying whatever it is she says, either in a summary or direct quote and putting it in an in-text citation at the end. You know, it's really up to you and how you want to go about incorporation. But all those ways are totally acceptable in the MLA style. Then we have the yellow portion, which is my best representation of bread, as I said in the last video. And so the idea here is you are now kind of finishing off this section where you say, whereas traditional classrooms create a host of issues for the non-traditional student, online classrooms remove those obstacles by allowing those students to attend classes at home. Okay, so it's again setting up the point, that's the bread right here, and then corroborating that point with an outside source, which is the green, in this case Beth Dumball, and then you sewing it off with an additional bit of information or just kind of commenting on the whole concept of that particular paragraph. Then we move on. Oh, before we do that, let me roll down here. And I want to show you on the Works Cited page what this source looks like. So here we have Beth Dumball, 13 Great Benefits of Online Learning. It came from a website called Straighterline. And then Straighterline is also the publisher. And I do have that source up here so that we can go take a look at it. Actually, wrong one. Sorry, I got two of them up here. I have Stephanie Norman's there as well. So here's the other one, 13 Great Benefits of Online Learning. You can see that she posted it August 3rd, 2017. Up here is the name of the website, Straighterline. The article title is 13 Great Benefits of Online Learning. And if we roll down to the end of this, we can find the publication information, which is right here. So 2018 Straighterline. Okay, so that's what you're looking for when you're looking for MLA online source information. You're looking for who wrote it. You're looking for what the title of the article's name is. You're looking for the name of the publisher, the name of the website, the name of the publisher of the website, which is always found at the bottom. So the name of the website's always at the top, the publisher's always at the bottom. And you can know the publisher by virtue of the copyright date. So we have copyright 2018 Straighterline, and when you find that, you know that you found who it is taking responsibility for this particular website. Then if you roll back up, you can see that we've got the article title, 13 Benefits of Online Learning, and the author, plus the date that she posted the information. And then the title of the actual website is Straighterline. You can see that up here. Okay, and then what you do is you extract that information and you put it into this format. So it's always the author's last name first, followed by a comma, followed by their first name, followed by a period, the article title in quotation marks, the website name, which is Straighterline, and you notice that that's in italics. Okay, and then you state it again because that's also the publisher in this case, and it frequently is. I'd say about 85% of the time. The name of the website's also the name of the publisher. But you still put it twice. Okay, so don't think you can get away with putting it once because you can't. So you put it twice. The second time, because it's the publisher, you put a comma and when it was published. In this case, August 3rd, 2017, you put a period, you put the word web, and then you put the date you retrieved it. Again, notice the reverse order of these dates. So 10 Oct 2018, 3 Aug 2017. You always abbreviate dates in the MLA style. Make them as short as possible. Aug, Oct, Nov, DEC for December. Okay. And that's how that works. Now, let's move on to our last section of this particular paper, and I should say our last main point. A final and probably one of the biggest reasons people often do not seek college degrees is cost. Between books, courses, commuting, childcare, lab fees, and other college-related expenses, it is no wonder many students, I'm trying to see my recorder because I need to know how close it is to, there we go. All right. I don't want to go over my 15 minutes. Okay. So up here is no wonder many students opt to seek higher education. Cost effectiveness is a key reason why many students choose to take online courses. Online courses tend to be cheaper in general and help students avoid costs of commuting, childcare, and in some cases books, as many materials are posted online instead of needing to be purchased in a hard copy format. According to Stephanie Norman, the average tuition for online courses depends on multiple factors, so it varies from one program to another. She says cost can range from $49 per class all the way up to several hundred. Financial aid is available for learners who cannot afford this fee, she adds, which can offer additional monetary support. So again, notice that the direct quote or the summary, as the case may be, is in green. It's signaled by, according to Stephanie Norman, that we have a direct quote, the average tuition rate, so on and so forth. Then in the next sentence I have, she says costs can range. This is a summary, but I'm still giving her credit by the use of the pronoun she. And then the last sentence is another direct quote. Financial aid is available for learners who cannot afford this fee, comma, she adds. Again, giving her credit. I don't have to name Norman because I already did it up here in this signal phrase. So the whole thing can be attributed to her by virtue of how it's written. Then last but not least, we have all things considered, online learning can be more affordable than traditional classes, especially if students will shop around. The fact that online students in one place can literally take online courses transmitted from anywhere in the world opens up opportunities for more savings as well as program variety, as students are no longer limited only to institutions within driving distance. The last part of this, the non-colored portion, is actually the conclusion of the paper, and this is what it says. For students wishing to broaden their educational backgrounds by going back to school, online education may be a viable option, with more flexibility in terms of when courses are offered, along with a wide range of pricing. For some students, online education is opening up doors that otherwise would never have opened. With the help of the internet and home computers, students everywhere are finding new, more affordable and convenient ways to attain degrees and broaden their opportunities. Now, what I want to show you is the Works Cited page one more time, and this time I want you to see Stephanie Norman. So here's the bibliography information here. This is the actual website that we took the information from. And so you can see, here she is, Stephanie Norman. It was published March 10th, 2016. The name of the article is 5 Advantages of Online Learning, Education Without Leaving Home. And then it's published by the e-learning industry. And if we roll down here to see about publication information, this is one of those that's stacked. It's a bunch of stacked articles. But when we get to the very end, we'll see that the publisher is the same, and it actually takes a while to get there. But here it is. So 2011 to 2018 e-learning industry. So that's the publisher. Okay. So we take that information then and we punch it into our Works Cited page. Norman, Stephanie, period. 5 advantages of online learning, education without leaving home. The e-learning industry is the name of the publisher. E-learning industry is also, it's the name of the website, then it's the name of the publisher. The date it was published was March 10th, 2016. We put the word web and then the date. And that's how you write a paper in the MLA style. So hopefully that makes sense. And I'm going to stop there because I'm about to run out of time. All right, thanks for listening. And hopefully you've learned a lot from writing better with Sherry and my tutorial on how to write an MLA paper.